Good morning, this is Grant with BLU Digital Solutions. I've told you guys that I would shoot you this video since about my second or third visit. I figured it was only fitting, being that, this is now my 11th or 12th and final visit, that I should give you guys the video finally. So we'll kind of jump in it. I'm just going to go over a few things. We won't go over much. I'll try to break it down as much as possible to kind of show you guys what I would do if you guys were to move forward and work with me, and just let you see it on the screen. So have you guys' website pulled up right here. It's a good-looking website. The thing is, Google doesn't care if it looks good. I mean, they do to a certain extent, but they don't see all this. What they're doing is they're crawling. They have their bots crawling content. So anything that you can see that is highlighted on here, is obviously what's considered content. And the sweet spot for this is 1,000 to 15 words, especially for the homepage. You can get away with a little less on the other ones, but more is always better. And what they want to see is certain keywords intertwined within that content, so it has to be used the right way, and you got to fit them all in there a certain way for it to register to, to Google that, okay, look, they want to rank for dentist Rome GA. So that's the first thing I would do, is I'd go through and just probably redo the content on this for every page, excuse me. So let's go look over here at Fisher. This is the #1 competitor in the market right now, at least in an online space. One thing they have going for them too, they're ADA compliant. That's a big thing in Google's eyes right now, because they don't even have that much content if you look. They probably have some keywords scattered throughout, which is just helping them and putting them above you guys, because you guys aren't far behind them. But there's a handful of things, like they're not secure right here, as you see. Well, nope, you can't see that. But up top, their website's not secure, which you guys are, so that's one thing you guys have going for you. So they're easily beatable, really. They don't have a whole lot going for them, that you guys really don't have either, if we were just to change a few things. So that's the content piece. Next thing I want to go over is backlinks. And so just kind of give you an idea, to give you a rough idea what these numbers mean right here. This is your guys' site right here. And you have, don't worry about the ARIS rank, it's a third-party tool, don't worry about that. You have a UR and a DR. This is your trust, and this is your power. So it's a scale from 0 to 100. The higher the number, the better. The lower the number, obviously, the worse. The way you build trust is through, press releases, stuff like that, getting trusted people in Google's eyes to link back to your website. Same thing with the power. You want to find powerful and trustworthy sites to link back to your website, and that kind of jumps into these backlinks and referring domains. That's how you actually get power in Google, is by getting your website right here listed on other like websites that have power and trust in Google. And so just to kind of give you an example, obviously this would never happen, but if you were to get your website right here, put somewhere on this person's website, could be anywhere, Google would see that and it would link it back to you, and in turn it would give you a referring domain and a few backlinks. But then it would transfer whatever power they have down to you guys. And so the more of these we get, the more Google starts trusting you, and the more power your website starts getting, and the more you start outranking everybody, in that specific city for whatever market it is. So as you see here, you guys have 3 backlinks, 2 referring domains, which is literally nothing. And so that's probably why your Google My Business listing, which is what we'll talk about here in a second as well, isn't doing too well. And so let's go look at the organic keywords that you rank for. So these are the keywords that your website is actually registering for if somebody were to type it in Google. So if somebody were to type in Rome Dental, there's about 70 people every month that search for it. You guys are in the number 11 position. So that means they have to click to the second page of Google, which means they're not finding you, because people hide bodies on the second page of Google. And as you see, you're only getting 1.5 visitors out of that 70 people that are actually coming to your website. So go through, you can see Rome Dentists, Rome Georgia Dentists, Dentist Rome GA, Dentist in Rome GA. So you guys have a lot of the keywords in here, so it wouldn't be much work to actually get your website to climb to the top. And then we'd obviously go through and see what other keywords might be out there that we could target that you guys don't rank for. So that way we can make sure we hit the entire market and take every keyword that has to do with dental or whatever other service you guys may offer as well. Pediatric, I think I heard that he doesn't care to do that, but whatever it may be, Invisalign, we can target all those things specifically, depending on what you guys want to go after. So once again, move on to Fishers. Let's go look at their stuff on the back end. So remember how you guys have NA? It's showing that you guys didn't have any power or anything whatsoever. That's really hurting you. You see you had 24 keywords, and you have 4 people a month coming to your website. So this website is essentially doing you no good. It's a business card at the end of the day that people can actually go to if they knew you had it, but it's not being found. Versus these folks right here, they're getting 337 people a month that come to their website. And you can see, obviously, like I said, the trust, the power, still really low. Still easily crush those, them as competition. But they have a lot of backlinks, and they got a lot of referring domains. And so the way I like to go after competitors like this is I go through, we can see all the referring domains. You see them here, right? So what we do is we go through one by one, because Google's telling us that if we get these links right here, it's willing to rank you in the #1 position, because it's obviously already doing it for this competitor. So what we like to do is we like to go through one by one and do what we have to do to get these links. Find out, who owns these websites. What is it that we need to do to get your website listed on there? And if for whatever reason we can't, we see this DR, which we talked about the power again. Remember that? If we go through and say I can't get on, RoamGA.com. If I can't get on this website, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and I'm going to find another website that's more powerful than a 41, and all these numbers are higher here as well. So that way, we end up blowing them out of the water essentially. But we go through one by one, and we get each and every one of them, and we just completely outdo them on every level, making you the #1 position. But let's look at some of their keywords. Remember, you only had 24 keywords. They have 193. So what we like to do is we go through one by one on what they're doing, and we figure out what you're not ranking for, so that way we can get you guys there. So you can see, just from that one keyword alone right here, they're in the #1 position. They're getting 60 people off of it. So that means we can get that #1 spot. That's 60 more clients for you guys, or at least visitors. How many people show up? Not sure. And there's a lot of them. And I don't know how ruthless you are, but we could actually outrank people for their own name if we really wanted to. Like, I've read a bunch of terrible things about Aspen Dental. On the back of your website, we could write a full-blown review about Aspen Dental. Obviously, we wouldn't slander them or say anything bad. But at the end, we'd play some type of devil's advocate. We just do an honest review. We'd post reviews from what people are saying on the internet. And at the end, we would just talk about why they should come see you. And the reason we do that is because we have to get Aspen Dental on the website to be able to rank for it. And so that's what we would do to be able to get that Aspen Dental on the website. We would outrank them for their own name, hoping that when people go to search Aspen Dental, they would see a page that pops up that says, please read, before visiting, or something like that. Get an honest review before visiting, which in turn would hopefully catch their eye. They'd click it, they'd read it, and then hopefully convert them over to you. And we could do that for any dental office in Rome. Like I said, I don't know how ruthless you are and how bad you want to take some traffic from some of the competitors, but that's what we can do. Now we move on to this piece right here, the Google My Business listing. And this is where the bread and butter is. This is where you make your money, where you're going to get pretty much all of your phone calls. And the numbers that I just showed you off of the traffic from the websites is not including what you get here. So this is a whole different piece. And 70-80% of people come straight here and they call. They don't go to the websites or anything. So as you can see, you're not here. Dentist in Rome is. The reason they are is because they literally have the keyword in their name. You see they don't have any reviews. They don't have anything. And so that's really the only reason they're there. And then you have these. He's there because he has a metric ton of reviews. That's why he's there. This one here, Dr. Muller, he doesn't have that many reviews, but he doesn't have a website on here either, which is kind of shocking that he's up here. So that tells me that he's in a bunch of different directories, which helps him get up here. So that's the one thing we do is we usually put all of our clients in about at least 300 different directories. That way, we can get up here in the top spot pretty much. And we work with doing some reputation management. We make sure we start getting reviews and stuff like that, so that way we can grow and get these top spots here. As you see, you are here. You have more than enough reviews, and there's absolutely no reason you should not be in the top 3 spots. So with a tad bit of work, a little bit of elbow grease, I have no doubt that we could probably grow your practice, at least if that's what you're looking to do. So if you like this and you have any questions, or you want to talk and you want to sit down and kind of really go over what we could do broke down, please let me know. Give me a call, 706-233-3557. Once again, 706-233-3557. Thanks.